Okay, continuing on. So we just talked about the sitemap creation. Campus Press login, that's really easy. All you have to do is follow the rubrics and make sure that you can log into Campus Press. Campus Press is just the WordPress component for the class. Even if you're not going to be using WordPress, please be sure to do this just for grading purposes, okay? Then there is a project review non-graded again. Anything that says non-graded, you don't really need to do, obviously, because it's non-graded, but it's talking about that you're working on different parts of your project throughout this course. You will use your work from these activities to complete the project. So pretty much this is a term project, and this is just a reminder here and shows you all the project guidelines and rubrics that we'll be working on throughout the course. For me, it's just easier to show you some of the final samples than kind of show you just the verbiage. There's also a little bonus thing in here. There are AIGA certificates that you can be working towards, and since this class does specifically go towards it, as a GDM student, you have access to, you can do the web design certificate, which is 15 hours plus your capstone, and it basically just talks about if you want to get the certificate, and all the specifics there, and if you want to actually do that, you can. So if you haven't heard about that, feel free to read through it. It's just a bonus thing that you could do. It has nothing specifically to do with, passing or failing this course or anything. Okay, so it's a super fun week. We're just diving into, the basics of your site. So let's go ahead and go through some of the things that are going to be important to you guys. So let's go back to my announcements. So again, in the announcements area, anything that's a bonus, like this video will be linked here. It's not there yet because I'm recording it now. You'll also get some bonus links the first few weeks from me. So this one is Wix, Squarespace, and I'm going to go through all of these and talk about why they're important and why you might want to use them as far as external resources. Any of my stuff is just bonus learning, so you don't have to necessarily use them, they're just for you. Okay, so let's look at a few of the student sites. Sorry if I keep having to break my videos up. I've literally had pneumonia and COVID and all of the stuff on the planet, and my cough just never goes away, so I just stop the video and record when I have to. I'm going to show you a few of the content management systems that I have. So this one specifically, let's see, I think she used WordPress. So you can use one of the themes that's recommended in the course readings, or if you want to purchase one, you also can do that. They're really cheap, and some of them are really good. I believe she actually ended up purchasing one for about $10 because she liked it so much. And I'll just kind of show you what some of the things that we worked on in the course. So branding is my specialty, and I know that you'll have a class on that later, but it never hurts to get a start on it. So what we did was I helped give some feedback on the logo design. You develop the whole site so that it's responsive. That's the big thing, is you want to make sure that it works mobile, because like most people are viewing your site mobile at this point. So in her site, she does photography and design, so she had a little bit more as far as like photography and things like that. Looks like she's actually done some work since she's had the class too, so you could see a few of her pieces there. But mostly, so again, this week what we're working on is just that navigational structure. Some people have a one-page scroll, which is really nice. It just scrolls down versus tabs. You can see some of the pieces here and all of her navigation up top. Okay, so this one was done specifically in WordPress, again, optional. This is another student that I had. She used Wix, which we're going to talk about all of those additional things here. I have all my tabs pulled up. So this is one of the free sites. That's why there's the header there. If you go with any of the free stuff, a lot of times you'll still have those navigational things that you can't take out. That's like, this site was made by Wix, or this site was made by Squarespace. But this was another really good one. Very basic monochromatic look to it. I'm really big on mock-ups, so even if you find that your design skills are a little bit lacking, you would be surprised how much a mock-up of your work will really enhance it. So for example, instead of this logo just floating on white, I always encourage you guys to, mock it up on a t-shirt, mock it up on a cup, put it in an actual poster template. So all of the work usually is pasted into something just to really elevate it and help clients understand, where this would exist in a 3D space. Okay, so you can see all her main tabs here. Again, that was in Wix. Catherine, she was really great too. I believe hers was done in Squarespace. If you didn't know, if you go up top to the developer tab in any of your browsers, usually in the first 3 to 5 lines of type, you're going to see exactly what it was created in. So this is Squarespace. So this is a template for Squarespace. So again, we worked on the branding together. Great shot of herself. Very, very fun project. So her site definitely reflects that in her work. Really, really good mock-ups. You can see very simple site, home, about, portfolio, contact. Make it easy for people when they get to your site. Don't have 16 top navigations. Just make it simple. And then all of her complex information is under her portfolio, where you can go into the specifics of if you're looking for graphic, web, photography, or branding. And you can scroll down and see all the work there. Again, it's responsive, which is the big thing. You want to make sure whatever templates you're using are responsive. Okay, going back to the basic WordPress site. So there's tons of stuff if you do choose to go the more basic route, which is basically what the class is built to do, is just WordPress. I always kind of push you in any direction that you'd rather go. But if web is not your forte, WordPress is, one, it's got a lot of free themes. It very much looks like a blog in a lot of ways, but that's what it's built to do. It is a blog. You can scroll through the free themes. And after you make your Campus Press account, it'll give you access to the themes and everything. But you can look at the preview. You can see who's used it, what people are saying about it. It's great because you can get a little preview. Okay, you don't have to necessarily use one that you want to pay for, but there are ones that you could use through Envato Market. I've used them tons of times for all kinds of things, especially video. They do themes and templates for all kinds of things. You can get code there. Poke around. It's just a really big site for all things design. But you can see that they customize. They specialize in WordPress themes as well. These are some of the bigger ones, the e-commerce sites, like if you want to sell stuff, apparel, music, anything like that. You'll find that the better e-commerce sites are going to be a little bit more money, but you have to realize what you're paying for there. But you can actually go through and find some pretty nice sites for like $10-15. They're basic portfolio sites. You just have to look for them. Like just for research, it's great too. Like I just clicked on creative, clicked on portfolio. And you can scroll through and see the ratings, and that's always awesome. So you can click on it, be like, all right, I like this one. And you can see screenshots of it and see what it looks like in action before you decide to purchase anything. Okay, again, you don't have to purchase anything like that for the course. You can just use the free stuff. It's just up to you how far you want to go with it. Okay, under my announcements area, I gave you all of these bonus links. I'm just going to show you what they do. Use them as you want to. Obviously, I'm throwing a lot of information at you, this week, but just to roll with it. Don't get overwhelmed. Take notes, and you could always go back to the videos anytime you need to. Okay, so Behance. If you've never been to Behance before, this is a great place for creative exploration. You can find all kinds of things here, like if you want to look up logo designs or websites or personal branding, and you'll find all kinds of ways to do your research as creatives. Specifically, I looked up sitemap just because like I said, every week it's kind of nice to see a little visual of what students have submitted. I know a lot of students are just trying to get that A. So just seeing what's expected up front is kind of nice. So this one is a very big site, but this is all a sitemap is. Okay, so you have a landing page and then everything that's on those landing pages and then everything that's there. So this is a very complex one. You're only going to have about 4 to 5 pages. But you can see how, everyone on here kind of makes flowcharts. It's a really nice reference site if you've never used it before. I gave you a link to Wix. Wix is one of the CMS sites that you can use to build your site if you wish. So you can see specific sites that they have on here. Let's see. Let's check out some of them. Let's go to design and branding. This actually I think is one that one of my students used last semester. Yes. One of my students used this last semester. It's actually really nice. It has like animations built into it, like rollovers. It doesn't look like it's a great responsive site though, so just be aware of that. When you scroll down or scroll over, you want to see things functioning and moving that way. But this is an example of pretty much a one-page site where it's got very, very basic. Pretty though. I've used Wix and Squarespace and WordPress a ton of times for client sites, and there's just all kinds of cool stuff on here. Lots of options. So the first week is really light because you want to just dive in and get comfortable with all the information. Okay, Squarespace. It's another CMS that you can use. Squarespace is actually, here, let's skip through all of this. I don't need all this stuff. Let's go to art and design. A lot of white space with Squarespace. It's just something that I love. Lots of great negative space there. So you can look at some of their information here. Like if you click on it, it's nice because you can also view the demo site, like someone's that's used it and it's in application. And this all works through your browser. I think, let's see, Lokahi. Let's see if it brings it up. So this is a site that I did for a client a while back using Squarespace. It's a one-page scroll, so it's very simple. But it's really easy. I mean, you just log into the admin side and you can edit all kinds of things, all the sections, and it's lovely. Another one that I gave you is a Webflow. Webflow is a newer program or CMS if you haven't used it before, but it is one that's kind of up and coming and floating around the internet. Same kind of vibe. It's got a lot more typography integration, so you could see like the preview here and how you can stylize it a little bit more like if you've used the classic Dreamweaver. Check it out. It's worth looking at. Everything comes at a price at this point. And then I gave you some stuff that's just kind of for fun. If you're getting into web and you really want to see the best of the best, the Webbies is the place to be. You can look at the Webby Awards and you can look at the winners. It gives all kinds of things in categories, like specifically video, specifically advertising, all kinds of things right now with augmented reality and AI integration. Like let's look at something like, let's see. Let's go to winners and so the featured winners right now is talking about, let's see, let's go. Sometimes they have like a nice, what I like about this site is it shows you the firm that made it, which is nice because when you're looking for a job, seeking out the agency or place you want to work is always the best way to go. No one's really going to come to you in a lot of sense that way. So when you're looking at the Webbies, if you're getting into anything, print design, finding places that you might want to work and even tailoring a specific portfolio just for them, you could see the site, how they work, how clean their work is, and be like, does my work really fit there? So this is how you can find a lot of agencies that might even be local to you that you don't even know exist. They do a lot of amazing work. So this is specifically the advertising firm, but you can click on it and it'll show you like the website, the microsite they made. Awesome. And there's some cool online games and stuff through this site as well. Lastly for the week, I gave Miro. Miro is just a way, again, to make a sitemap. If you're working on a more complex site with a lot of people, maybe, for most of you, you're probably not in the art director arena right now, but someday you might be. You might be working with a creative team. Miro is something that I've used with people all over the globe. Like I work here, someone else is in California, someone else might be in Hong Kong. It's a place where we can all basically work on the same template and have active edits. It's also great because clients can log in and they can put notes on it as well as a live document. So Miro, if you want to check it out, go for it. It's something that I've used for sitemaps. But again, for the class, for that first assignment, all you have to do, I've seen it even done in Word. So don't stress out too much about it. Okay? I hope you're all excited for the class, and I look forward to working with you, and I'll see you all in the discussion thread this week. Welcome.